Okay, good afternoon or evening and hello, welcome. You are tuned into Revive FM 94.0, where the heart of the Newham community beats.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on our YouTube page, Revive FM UK, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram under the same name. My name is Khadijah, and we are your hosts for today, hosting Naiza Live. Yeah, as you guys can see today, we have a very special person in the studio with us. Unfamiliar face. I don't think you've ever met her before. Our special announcement is that we officially have a new member of Naiza. Yes, exactly. So Mariam, introduce yourself.
Yeah, of course. So my name's Mariam. I'm a final year student studying at Queen Mary University of London. I study Spanish and comparative literature. I recently just came back from a study abroad in Spain. So now I'm just getting used to the realities of being back in London, struggling with uni assignments and just getting through each day of uni, really. But yeah, I'm so glad to be here. So glad to be part of Naiza now.
We're so glad to have you, honestly. So do you have like a fun fact about yourself?
Oh yeah, I managed to actually come up with 2 fun
Ooh,
facts. I
okay,
went
go
from
for it.
having no idea what my fun fact should be to not having 2. So my first one is, in my free time, I actually do street dance. I attend
Really?
classes.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
It should used to be a dancer. You guys could like.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's such a small world.
Exactly.
Yeah, and my second one is, I've actually had cow's foot before.
Had what?
Cow's foot. So a foot of a cow.
But
What? How did it taste like? You have to tell us.
Yeah,
I've seen it in the shops.
Have
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a traditional Nigerian dish. So
Oh,
obviously you can put it in
interesting.
stew. It sounds weird, but like when you season it well and you cook it right, it is actually quite nice. Even
You
though
know
it
what?
does sound a bit like, why you eating a foot?
Let's try it. Let's try it. You know.
challenge to try it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe introduce each other to our cultures and stuff. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Those are so interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know you and Ishrat both dance now, so now we've got people to like teach us.
Yeah, and also free performances. So
Yeah,
there you go.
exactly. Now you've told us, I'm going to demand one next week. But yeah, so guys, today we have a very cool topic.
So today we'll be discussing the realities of growing up. Obviously, this is like every children's nightmare given by the boogeyman that keeps reporting. But anyway, stay tuned. So we're gonna give you like lots of tips, advices, and technically our own experience, like what we learned, obviously. So
Yeah, my friends were in our early 20s now, so I feel
Yeah.
like although we're not old, but I feel like we've gone older from when
Yeah.
we were. Yeah. So let's start the topic then, guys. I feel like when I was younger, I couldn't wait till I was older. Like I don't know if you guys had the same thing as me. Like I genuinely thought, I don't know why, that when I was older, everything is gonna be absolutely amazing. Like I'm gonna have my own house, I'm gonna be married, I'm gonna have a really stable job. But I thought I was gonna have all of that by 21, and I'm 21 now. So yeah, yeah.
no, honestly, it's like, when you're a kid, yeah, you do want to like grow up, and because when you're a kid, technically you had a bedtime, isn't it?
Mhm.
Like basically just something like that. But now when you grow up, you're like, I just don't want to deal with anything. I just want to go sleep. And all that.
Yeah, I remember as a kid as well. Like I really wish when I was a kid I would appreciate being a kid more. I genuinely was like to
Honestly.
myself, I'm so old now. Like at 8, I thought 11, 12 was old. I was like, oh my god. So I used to literally be like to myself, oh, I'm old now. Like what is there left? But I really
No,
wish.
honestly, like growing up, you just realize everything is expensive, and
Yeah.
technically your free time that you should have like valued before is like kind of expired. at some point.
Exactly. I feel like I don't know. I really wish I just enjoyed my like kid life more, because when you think about it, there was like stress, but there wasn't stress. You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying
It was just fun.
I'm the same as right now. If I find a time machine, I'm taking it back and going back.
What age would you go back to?
Yeah, I was bored.
You know, reliving our lives.
Yeah,
That's actually such a funny
literally.
concept.
Oh yeah, actually, if I have to be honest, maybe I will go back to start year 7, and I will make sure my dad never changed my school. Maybe I would have been.
You changed schools.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks after I
Oh,
was in that
interesting.
school, and you know what? I just regret it. Though I did not mind my new school, but I was like,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What goals did you guys have when you were like little kids?
Oh,
Or did-
that's a very good question.
well, what kind of goals did you have when you were like
Oh,
kids?
okay.
Yeah.
Mostly fancy goals.
I
Yeah.
think it was just to kind of enjoy each day, really, because I think at like primary school, you just go in, the teacher gives you a plan of what you're doing. So literally, it was just like you just live every day. You obviously hang out with your friends, you find out the new gossip, you witness all the fights and the arguments. So obviously, as a kid,
Yeah.
you literally just enjoy just whatever each day brings, really.
Exactly. I wish I'd like, I feel like when you're a kid, right? I can't believe I used to hate school at one point. Because now I think about it, back then, yeah, school, like, what was school? It was just going and playing around with people.
Yeah, again,
I
on
like-
Saturday,
I-
yeah, and then
I still
Exactly.
hate school. Just I miss
Really?
the lunchtime. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Lunchtime was like, I genuinely miss school lunches so bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially like my secondary school one. At the time, it was the best like school thing in the borough, but I don't know. I don't think it is anymore. Like, yeah, but at the time, it really, really was.
Yeah, I literally remember that. I think one minute they had like fizzy drinks, they had the
Yeah.
pasta bar, and then the regular drinks and everything. And after they were like, look, we're going to do a health scheme. They scrapped all of that. So literally, it was just like,
Really?
oh, that's different.
I remember I was tricked as a kid because they had fizzy cola, right? And they said in the bottom 1 every 5 a day. So I thought, oh my god, if I have this every single
Oh,
day, it's one of my
No,
5 a
I had
day.
the same year, but it turned out it wasn't even Coca-Cola. It was
Really?
something else. I'm like,
Oh,
that
Yeah.
is scam.
Oh my
it's literally
god.
catfishing.
Yeah. I miss that drink. I'm gonna see if I can find that again because I was my drink every day in secondary school because I
Yeah.
thought it was good for you.
I do want to like recook every single school dinner dish.
Really?
I just want to do it. I think we should make that like a little
Try and school dinner together after so long.
Yeah.
That'd be fun actually. Especially Friday fish and chips. I used to have chicken and chips.
Oh,
But
me
that is
too.
really,
Every
yeah,
Friday.
yeah. I used to be
Oh, I
so
love that
excited. And break time, I don't know if we had pizza at break time on some days of the week.
Oh,
I
wish we had that.
really-
Yeah, we didn't have that. You just had break time. You're just in the playground and then you go back in.
Really?
And then that's it.
Oh, not even in secondary school.
I don't think we did that. It was just, oh, I thought you meant break time as in like recess or something, not like lunchtime.
Oh, they basically in our school we used to have break time where you could eat food and snacks if the cafeteria is open, and then we'd have like lunchtime where it was like a lunchtime.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I used to have my lunch during break and so have the whole like lunch hour just like free to do
Yeah.
whatever I wanted.
Oh, that's actually clever. You don't waste your time eating. You can just actually do other
Yeah,
stuff.
to be honest, I didn't work. I would just like because I would go to the music rooms and just like disappear into them for like the whole lunchtime. And just like it was just like it was just fun like that. Yeah, like I was gonna say something back. I forgot what it was. I hate when that happens. Yeah, it will come back. It'll come back. But yeah, what's one tip that you guys would like give yourselves then if you could like go back in time? You know, like when they have those like kind of things where you go see your younger self. That's actually really deep. Maybe we should.
Yeah, okay.
Think about it and you can
just do it like
yeah.
if we met our younger.
Yeah. Like, what
Oh,
message do you
yeah.
give to your younger self?
You know what I would do? I would go to my dad and be like, send this girl to military and make sure she becomes disciplined.
Really?
Like honestly, I just realized me procrastinating kind of ruined me a lot. And I wish I was like productive and all. So I am now like trying to be productive as much as I can, but
Mhm.
let's see, hopefully the best outcome can come from this.
You know, it's never too late as well. I feel like a lot of people, when they reach like 20 or like you envision 20, you think your life is over. But you know, in reality, I feel like your life just starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think everyone literally says that 20s are like golden
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
You can do everything. You'll be at different stages, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Like I remember everyone was like enjoy your early 20s, and I do think they're stressful as well. Don't get me wrong. I feel like especially the period after you finish university
Yeah.
or whenever you just finish
Yeah.
education, because then it's like, what do I do now? Like you've been in education for so long, kind of just like yeah. I think personally for me that's something I struggled with once uni finished. Like I was like, okay, what do I do now? Like I'm done with education, and I did have like goals and stuff that I wanted to do, but I was like, how do I like what? Like everything's like it's just like a standstill. But I also feel like this is one of those exciting periods of times as well where you
Yeah.
can like now figure out what you want to do and stuff.
Yeah, because you can literally do anything. So it's just like, so it's like sometimes having a lot of choices is good, but it is also scary because obviously you think there's so much options, you don't know
Yeah.
which one you want to do and everything.
Exactly. I know writing is something I 100% want to
Yeah,
do.
same.
100% no matter what happens. Yeah. But then again, that's not something that's like, oh, I could just get into that straight after. At least not the kind of writing that I want to do. So it's like one of those weird ones.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I feel like I did manage to think of a tip that I'd tell my younger self.
Yeah.
I feel like I would tell my younger self not to stress about friendship issues or
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
Because you know, in school, you literally think, oh my God, this happened, my friend doesn't like me, and da da da. But then when you get out into the big wide world,
You're like,
it doesn't matter at
Exactly.
all. Because you're literally going to be busy living your own life. It's like you're not going to have time to like stress about those little issues that you thought you weren't issues. So I think I would just tell my younger self, like literally, don't stress about anything, just like ride the wave, and then you'll see that after that it's just like it's a big wide world. You're going to be busy thinking about other stuff and prioritizing other stuff, so like don't get yourself stressed over the little things. I think that's what I would tell my younger self.
That's true. You know, I feel like that's such like a big thing as well, because when we're kids, our friendship is like kind of like those problems just feel like the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like I remember as well, like at one point, right, this one girl, she gave like I was having a fight with. I only had 2 friends at the beginning of like secondary school, and I was having like a fight with them, and I was like so like upset and stuff like that. And to me, it was like, oh my God, like I like it's just everything's over. And I remember when I sat with my friend, she was like did like a little talk thing with me. She's like, Khadijah, come on, like it's not the end of the world, right? There's like she said plenty more fishes in the sea, but friendship version. Yeah, so like you can like meet more people. It's like, you know, school isn't like everything. And then I think from then I was like, wow, like it feels like school is everything, but it's really not.
Yeah,
Just-
literally. It's
yeah.
just a
It's like,
percentage of,
Exactly, which is quite like now uni's done as well. It's like everything that happened back then felt so big, but now it's over. I'm just like, it's like a life experience. It's just there and like you're all like past and stuff.
Yeah, because you're in the school bubble, so obviously you're just going to be maybe fixated on school and being like, oh yeah, I'm not going to meet other people. It's just like in the circle you're in. But then once you get out there, you just realize there's so many options, so many more people to meet and everything. So it's just like just enjoying the journey.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would say like also stay in the moment, because here's the thing. It's like no matter what age you are, you're always like worrying about what's going to happen 10 years later, no matter if you're in your teens, 20s, 30s, 40s. So I think I learned one thing is that forget about the past and stop worrying about the future too much, because it hasn't happened. You don't know what's going to happen. Just focus like on the present right now. Like enjoy it, like learn new things, and maybe you'll get there. Like, but if you're just going to worry a bit too much, it might affect your future.
True. I think that's actually a really, really big tip. You know what I mean? I think that counts for like this is a timeless tip, because no matter what age you are, I feel like when you're in that age, you think like, like you think more about the troubles and kind of enjoying it. Like I wish, like when, like I said before, when I was a kid, I wish I could enjoy that more. Like, yeah, I'm a kid, like have fun, you know. And then when you're like a teenager, you just worried like, oh, I've got my exams, but then like enjoy your teenage years. Now that like uni's done, I'm just like, so I'm like, wow. I mean, I did enjoy it. That's one thing I'm very happy about. I was like, no matter how old you get, you should just enjoy your time. I think that would be my tip for my younger self. Well, no matter how old you get, enjoy that age, feel that age, and kind of just embrace that age. Yeah. And like you're never old. Like even like you're not, you know what I mean.
I actually always just tell everyone you're young at heart. Every time people tell me, oh, I'm so old, I'm like, you're young at heart. Don't worry.
No,
exactly.
Have you seen those videos like like of actual old ladies like doing the best things you can like see, like them doing ballerina at the age of probably 90 or like you know. And I'm like telling my friend, this lady has so much energy, and I can't even get that energy to like give water. Like, how does that work?
You know this, like, you know, one thing I used to be like, oh my God, it's too late for me to start having a talent or a hobby. Because most people who have talents or hobbies, right, they start really young. Like, they'll be like, oh, I've painted since I was 2. Or it's like, oh, I've been writing since I was like 10. I'll be like, whoa. So
I'm like, how come it didn't happen to me?
Exactly.
Like, why did it come so late? But in the end, I guess, like, you just figure yourself out. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't know, like, I would stop liking art at some point, but it just happened. It's a phrase at the end.
Do you guys have that, like, something, I think, something you really, like, obsessed over when you were younger, and then, like, as you grew up, you just kind of, like, it's not that big of a deal anymore, or, like, you just don't like it anymore?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's like TV shows. Like, you know, those kind of kiddie TV shows. You know, when the kid is stressing either about a friendship group or like telling a crush they like them or getting in trouble with their parents. You know, when you're younger, you watch it and obviously you're relating, you're enjoying the content and stuff. And then for me, when I get older and I watch those kids shows again, obviously they are good. But other times I get annoyed at the character because I'm like, why are you acting like this?
I know, I 100% relate.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, as well, like, I'm finding myself relating to different characters. Like if I was like sometimes watching shows, I'm like, wow, like kid me would have really loved this character. Like I would have been able to relate now. Or when I rewatch things, I'm like, oh, this used to be my favorite character. But I kind of relate to the older people now, like the people who are like more in their like they're like studying or like things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is quite interesting. Yeah. I think for me, one thing that I was really, really into when I was younger was I think I was really into like, teddy bears.
Aw.
Like I used like that was something I was up to like even in secondary because I just loved how like collecting them and like just like knowing that I had like so many and stuff. I kind of just like that's one thing I just kind of grew out of, and rock collecting as well.
Oh,
Like
rock collecting.
I was obsessed with rock collecting. Like my dad's friend even gifted me like this like little like this rock
You
collection
just
with
got
so many.
pebbles off the street, be like, "Happy birthday!"
You know, he actually got. I don't know where he got it from. I think he just had them at home, and he was like, just ding like, "Oh, Khadijah's into rock collecting. Let me give it to her." And so he just gifted me like two like things. It was like there was like amber in it, and there was like I forgot the actual technical names, like all of them, but it's just from different countries. It was actually I'll bring it in and show you guys. Actually,
I'll bring in the rock painting book my friends got me. She randomly got me like some rock painting book because it was like quite cheap at the works. And obviously for me, it's a nice gift, but like I don't know when I'm gonna get the time to paint a rock. So yeah,
fair
bring that in
enough.
as well.
That just gave me a flashback to I remember when I was like school. One thing is we had time back then as well when we were kids. So one thing I remember is always like just randomly in the playground, I just started doing like an activity. I was like, okay guys, like I just became like the little teacher, and I was like, okay guys, we're gonna all go collect beautiful rocks now. So I took them to like one end of the playground. We like digged out like really cute rocks, and then I was like, okay guys, now we're gonna decorate the rocks, and like that's what we did like for the whole lunch. Like you know, when you're kids, your imagination's like a lot more like I feel like you see the beauty and the magic and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I wish that as adults that we could do like a lot more and stuff. Oh yeah, what kind of TV shows did you guys watch when you were younger?
Which one?
Like what kind of TV shows did you guys watch when you were younger?
CBBS.
Oh,
That's like typical every like I used to enjoy it even though I like at some point even though I was like 16 I'm like you know somebody just can't outgrow. I know I used to enjoy it so much, but yeah, but wait, what was the question?
I think it's what kind of TV shows did you guys kind of watch when you were younger?
Yeah, CBBS.
I remember things like. Do you remember the penguin guy? Like there was like
or something.
yeah.
I'm so excited.
I remember sitting there just watching him, right? And I was watching it like it came up on my thingy page the other day, and I was like, this is what I used to watch as a kid. Like little.
Did he used to say knock knock?
I don't remember.
It seems like he keeps saying knock knock every single time.
Really?
That's how I had it.
I don't. A lot of kids shows I watch again now. I'm very like, oh, like they're a lot different to what I expected them to be, or they're just completely different vibes. And I'm like, I can't believe I used to watch this as a kid. Like Macapaka. Like I think Macapaka is so interesting to this day.
Loves Macapaka.
Yeah, so I never actually watched it ever. But basically, when I was like school, like my friends were like just talking about Macapaka, and then like the Macapaka song and everything, and then it kind of
I
like.
was actually shocked to find out after all this year that he was a boy and not a girl. I thought it was a girl.
Yeah. Like genuinely, I thought he was a girl. Yeah, because Macapaka just sounds like a girl name. But then
And then like also like you know because of the soap and like you know like how he just like take care of himself. Like that's such a girly thing.
You know, that's also one thing, guys. What's your like tips for like your skincare? What's something that you like? You know, you have your skincare journey, right? At the beginning, you try something, and then it's like, oh, what did I just try and stuff? So, like, what's your guys' like skincare tips that you've learned? The do's and don'ts, basically.
Yeah. I don't know about tips. I think like for me, everyone always compliments my skin and they're like, "Oh, what do you do with your skin?"
Yeah,
oh, thank you. But yeah, I think it's just. I think I asked my mum this, and she was like, "Oh, it's just genes because obviously my skin is thingy, and so is your one." But yeah, I think for me, it's just like experiment. Like the more you experiment, the more you kind of know what works for your skin and what doesn't. So for me, I think I always just use those super drug 3 for 2.
Oh yeah,
I always just buy this. I think I always just use this. So I occasionally just do a self-care day, put on a mask, put on some classical music or like relaxing music, and just get into the zone.
Fair enough. I know, like for me, I kind of I never ended up doing this, but you know how everyone does that like everyone puts on as much skincare as they possibly can and stuff, right? I think one thing I learned like back in the day, I'm not that old, like a few years ago, was that I was like like for my own skin personally, that's it's quite different from like my sister's skin. So we have like specific brands that we use, and we kind of use. So like for her, right, like she really likes the brand like Nivea and stuff we used to, and it just really works, and it makes the skin amazing. It makes it like really, really good. And when I tried it on myself, it did not. The sun cream wouldn't even work on my skin. Yet this was something that was very like, everybody was like, oh my god, it's amazing. Or like some specific like lip glosses and stuff as well. Like everybody was like, oh my god, it really moisturizes lips, but then it didn't really work out for me. I guess that's like my skincare don't. Like,
Sorry, random question, but what do you guys think about the Korean skincare that's trending? Because I think so
I wanna
much
try
people
it.
have all
I
just
wanna-
been like, oh my god,
I
I
want
need
to
to try it.
I actually want to try it. I want to like.
Are you-
No,
yeah.
actually, I seen like so many things like Asian girls like East. Are we East or South?
we're South.
Okay,
No.
Oh, we're South Asian. Wait, what are you talking
sorry,
about?
We meant like London, right?
we're talking about London.
Generally, like brown skin or tan.
Oh yeah.
So basically, like I've seen like in many of the vlogs, like they go South Korea, like
Mhm.
let's say the normal. And after like spending 2-3 years there, the skin is like wow.
Really?
You can see a whole huge difference. I'm like, I want to go then. Like, technically, just for the skin, to be honest.
I feel like there is a lot of like, you see people who try Korean skin because they have their before and afters, and it like really does a difference. I'll tell you one difference is do use Korean skincare like masks. My friend gifted it for my birthday, right? And I did notice that those masks were my absolute favorite. Like they actually did so like good things for my skin.
Wow.
And straight after that, smoother, shinier, and like it was just really good overall. So I think there has to be a reason, because Korean skincare is meant to be very natural, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's worth it, basically.
Exactly, yeah. I guess we should try it before like we can actually like say
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. I remember like back then, like what do you guys remember the beauty trends that were like from when you were younger? Like, because I remember it was like, oh, they wanted you to be really, really, really skinny, like have really, really thin eyebrows and like be like tanned. Like I don't know if you guys are like, those were the 3 things at my school that I remember, like everybody was like, oh my god, yeah. And now it's like the opposite, but kind of the opposite. And then like, but that was like such a big thing like back then, like that's what everybody wanted. Do you guys remember your ones?
That's a good question again. I think for me, I didn't fully follow beauty trends. I think when I was younger, my parents were kind of trying to like keep me away from makeup, because they were just a bit like, no, you're too young to be thinking about that. Just focus on school. They had that kind of attitude. So I think for me, I never really thought of makeup or anything like that. I think when I got to like secondary school, that's when I was experimenting a bit with mascara and lip gloss. I think I only just used those because the thought of like foundation, concealer, all of those, they just seemed complicated to me. And I was like, yeah, we're not putting ourselves through that.
Fair enough. I think like I wasn't interested in that sort of stuff, right? But because like at the time I had really thick eyebrows, like I mean you can see my eyebrows, guys. Yeah, so I remember like people used to always come up to me and be like, "Oh, your eyebrows," because it was so thick. Yeah,
Really?
no, because I had thick eyebrows and this trend was like skinny eyebrows. But then like obviously I wasn't not allowed to like do anything to them either, and I was like really young as well at the time, so I never understood. So for me, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm never gonna look good." Da, da, da. But then like when I got older, and then when the trends kind of like changed, and I'm like now people come up to me like, "Oh wow, you have such nice eyebrows."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The times just changed.
Exactly.
For me, like beauty trends, like I see it and then I just imagine myself like, will it look good on like not? And if it doesn't, then I'm like, whatever. Like nowadays, like that soapy eyebrows thing.
Oh yeah.
I am definitely never gonna do that because I know that's just gonna itch me a lot and look stupid. But I'm just saying, like generally, like it won't fit everyone, but if that should be like considered fine, to be honest. Like I would just go for whatever suits me.
I agree. I feel like when it comes to beauty things, it should be timeless. Like don't follow trends, because if you follow trends, like you're gonna go into something. Like, imagine for someone permanently got their eyebrows like thin, and then now the trends thick eyebrows, like, and then now they would regret it and be like, oh, like you know,
like some people actually tattoo permanent.
Oh,
tattoo
yeah,
it. That
yeah.
even makes it worth it. Just imagine they do it because of the trend, yeah, and then later they find out full eyebrows are like.
they're totally fine. Yeah, exactly. I feel like you should do more like timeless. Even with outfits, I realized like I'm trying my best to make my wardrobe very like less trendy and more like pieces that I actually like that I can wear forever, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's just like so helpful. I guess that's like another tip to like.
You know, the only trend I see is just makeup or hair, but clothes trend, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Clothes trends? I'm trying to think. I can't think of any clothes
It's
trends
more
on the top
just
of my
like new
head.
pieces, really.
Yeah, or
like,
they're like
to do with designer, that kind of thing.
or like
Oh,
they
yeah,
like specific coats, or like for example, sometimes it's like for autumn it will be like the this year's colors are apparently like olive green, cherry red, or some
Or brown.
shade of red. Yeah, and brown. Come on, like how can you be autumn without brown? But yeah, so I think it's like things like that, or like sometimes floral prints. People wear them all the time, and other times they don't. Or it's like specific bags, or like TikTok trends. I wonder what life would be like for us if we had like TikTok back then. You know what I mean? Like,
It would
Yeah.
be much more better. At least our attention span would be a bit more bigger than how it is now. Because like nowadays, like TikTok, yeah, it's like there, but at the same time, I'm not sure about it.
I think that's the reality that like our little siblings, well,
No,
my
I
little
think it's
sister's
just like
sibling.
we just get sucked into it too much, and then we just forget about the reality. Like sometimes I just realize I use my phone too much. And it's like I just realized how my life was like back when I was a kid. I just like remember like the actual fun things I used to do, and now as an adult, I don't want to like go back. I don't want to like go to the point that when I'm in my 30s, then all I can just remember is me being on my phone.
Oh, that's so true, actually. Yeah, I feel like as well. Like I remember back then I used to be the TV, but the TV. One episode will come out, you can't binge watch it, and I absolutely love binge watching, but I do like it's not good, because then
Yeah.
you sit for hours, the whole day. Sometimes it's like beginning to end because it's so addictive and so nice. But I think that's one thing. Like I like when I was a kid, right? At least I had phone limits and I had like TV limits and like things like that. Now it's like you can do whatever you want. Like it becomes a lot more like harder and stuff.
I think I'm gonna like start actually reading books from an actual book and not online.
Oh yeah,
I think
Let's go.
and maybe like I think if I were to write a story, then I would do it handwritten instead of like going on the phone.
What about like a typewriter as well? That'd be
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I don't know if it's easy to buy.
I
but-
think I think I should do that.
That'd
Maybe
be
a
so,
good
like-
practice.
Yeah. Oh, only thing with typewriters and like doing it with handwriting is when you're publish and send it over to someone, it's gonna take so much like effort to like.
I think
have to
you
do
know what
it,
you watch
yeah.
in shows where like they have the actual like manuscript and they hand it in and everything.
Exactly. I mean, photocopies exist. You can just fax it over to people and like photocopy and stuff. Yeah, you know what? That's a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm a very physical like person, but I stopped writing on notepads because I was like, if I like, because it's just harder. I hate writing on like my computer or my laptop. But yeah.
I find it easy like to type on my phone because I can do like 5,000 words in
Oh
an
yeah,
hour.
yeah.
Like it's really easy for me, but I think everyone works in their own way.
Yeah, when we did analyze as well, like me and Mishi have completely different ways of writing. For example, she writes on the phone, I wrote on my laptop, and then like I don't write in order of my books. Like I don't know if you write in order, don't you? Like you do chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Yeah, and then I don't write in order.
Oh, do you
Like
not?
no.
So do you write like different sections and then you just piece them all together?
So basically, what typically happens is I get inspired by something. So say for example, like I'm like chilling and I just watch something in front of Happy Me. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting story. So I'll write the scene that comes into my head first, and then I'll kind of build the world like around that. So then
I think
yeah.
I should do that because I've been thinking about it too. Like just if I have a scene in my head, just write it and like maybe when writing my story, I would have that part already done, so I don't have to actually struggle that much.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I feel like if you're like when you're motivated to write a certain part, just write that part because you're actually going to do so well in it because you're so motivated. You got so many ideas.
Yeah,
that's why I hate open. I don't like. I mean, she knows I don't like writing chapter 1 because it tends to be the most boringest for me because it just has to be like an intro to everything else.
Always the worst one.
Yeah,
get to the action.
Exactly.
How do you make the reader sucked into it?
Exactly. And it's like this is so like I'm so used to writing. Like for example, I remember I'll send it to you so you can read it too. But I remember like a couple of like months back, I got inspired by the TikTok I saw, and it was like a writing prompt. So I like wrote about the prompt, and it was like the most emotional, most hard hitting. Do you remember like the guy that fell off? He didn't fall off a building, but he fell off. I don't want to give spoilers because I'm writing it. Yeah, that one basically. Yeah. Exactly. Like I wrote that and I was like so intense with the emotion. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then I had to go to chapter 1 and I was like, all that emotion's gone. Like I have to do the whole build up to it. Exactly. Yeah. So I ended up writing like 10 other action points for the story, and I still have to do that because it's all part of writing at the end of the day.
Yeah, part of the writing journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your hobbies? Like, what do you like doing?
That's a good question. I think for me, I do like reading actually. So I think I did
Perfect.
end up starting that up in summer. So obviously, if you're doing literature, you have to like reading.
True, exactly,
So
yeah.
I do reading. Obviously, I do need to include Netflix. Like I always love a series or movie. And then I'm trying to think of other stuff. I do bake. I like baking and cooking, crocheting, knitting. So I have a bit to the creative side. I think I always just had hobbies when I was younger, but then as you get older, you just kind of end up just distancing yourself away from that. Just because of busyness, laziness, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think those would be my main ones for now.
Yeah, well, interesting. What kind of books do you like reading? Like,
I like a mixture, to be fair. So I think pretty much I read anything. So kind of from like romance, mystery, action, fantasy. I think those are my main kind of genres. I think when it comes, I do like a thriller as well. But I think I could read a horror, but I feel like it wouldn't be my first choice.
Fair enough.
Yours, I will read that. I'll actually read yours. But in general, I think those would be like the ones I would just run straight to.
No, that's cute. I love thrillers as well. I used to be obsessed with spies. That's another thing when I was younger. I used to be obsessed with spy movies, spy books. I used to read this one called Jane Blonde. I don't know if you guys like ever saw it. It's like, but it was like the best one ever. But I don't like spy stuff anymore. I feel like I've really gone towards like more like romance and mystery now that I'm older. Like those are like so cutesy and so like thrilling, but without like
yeah, I think I do like reading a thriller. So I feel like when you read it, it's less like intense than watching. I feel like if I was to watch a horror, I need to watch something like happy after that, because you'll just have the images in your mind. That's why for me I couldn't really watch it, but I would prefer reading it just because you read it, you get sucked into the story. But it's just reading it, so that's why I feel like you wouldn't get as like thingy connected to it.
That's the thing, is like I feel like I prefer what was I gonna say again? Wait. I was like, wait, what did you just say?
Wait, I was saying that like if you were to watch a horror thriller, you need to watch something happy. I
feel like with stories as well, like you can just imagine it really well. Like say like with movies, it's kind of told to you, like you know what the characters look like, and like, but then when you're reading it, you can kind of interpret it more for yourself, or like do like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like that's I prefer like watching things to reading, but what I prefer over reading is that you can imagine it more and stuff.
No, for me, it's like, like watching movies or anything is like becoming so like, I can't be bothered. So, I just go on Wikipedia, be like, let me do a run through it. I don't want to know. And I remember I did this year. Like, I was like sitting with my family, like watching a movie, and I'm just like, whatever movie they were watching, I'm just sitting, and my brother gave me that side eye, like, what is the point of doing that? You're supposed to enjoy it, but no, you just have to do that.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you guys prefer, series or movies?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I watch series a lot more, if I'm honest. I think movies I do like. I do movie nights a lot more with my friends. Where on Teleparty, you can do like movies. So we do those regularly. So I feel like you just love like a movie night or something just to get like into chill vibes. But I think I always just watch series a lot. So I think my go-to is always just series, to be fair.
I think same. I feel like movies are nice, but they're very short, and I feel like I like to get very deep into like storylines and stuff. I just love stories in general. So what about you, Meshi?
I'm into both actually. So I mean, I do watch like same amount to both of them because nowadays there's not that many good movies out there, and at the same time there's not many series. So I'm going back to the old one. Right now, I'm actually going to try to watch every Batman movie and series that I've read. I'm into it now.
Go for it. You know what? I'm trying to rewatch all of X-Men. Like I used to be obsessed with X-Men. Like, I remember even in secondary school, I wake up in the morning, have a breakfast, X-Men, go to school, come back, X-Men, all day X-Men, and then like I want to like what did I see in it? Like I want to go back and rewatch it so I can understand what it is.
I never watched it. But
really?
After my brother made me watch Deadpool, I'm like, I need to watch every Marvel movie and DC movie. Because I thought it was going to be boring, but maybe that time because I was a kid, isn't it? And I didn't understand it that much. But now when I grow up, it's like I get sucked into it. Like I remember when I watched Ghost Rider. I used to only know one thing, that the guy turned into a fire, and that's it. Firebomb dude, and that's it. And then when I grow up, I'm like, wow, this story like interesting. I really. So yeah.
Like as a kid, I didn't see the point in a lot of things either. I would watch things, but it's so boring. But now I'm older, I'm like, wow, this is intense. I love it. It's so good and
Is that
everything.
true?
Yeah, guys, we have never ever have I ever prepared. Should we move on to never have I ever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I prepared one, but we'll just
Oh,
improvise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I got some. I did look up some,
Wait, so
but
you don't put never have I ever, just to check if you've not done it. Do
yeah,
you say never?
yeah, I think so. So basically, so one person says never ever ever, and then you kind of just look across the room and you see who else has never ever ever.
Yeah.
Wait, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I think I get it. Because you know when you say never have I ever, you think about whether it's like you say it to show you've not done it, or you say it to show you have done it.
Wait, does it have to be true or false?
Like I think for you, okay, so if I say never have I ever drank water, for example, right? Then like I would be like, yeah, that's something I haven't done, and then you guys will tell me if you've done it or you haven't done it. Yeah, I think it's like that. I think it's like that. Yeah. But then when you go like around like every person, like you have to say something that you haven't done. So yeah, I just looked up like just a random like.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually think of one now.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll get inspired as we go around.
Yeah.
People normally do it on the spot anyway,
Yeah,
right?
literally, I'm just gonna think something's gonna come to me.
Exactly. All right. Never. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Never have I ever learned how to ride a bike.
So we have to say whether we've done it.
Yeah.
I have.
Oh, yeah. Actually, technically, they have a finger thing, right? If you
Yeah.
haven't done it, you put your finger down.
Okay.
Yeah. So
If you haven't done it.
if you haven't done it as well, I think I don't know, guys. It's so
Okay, I think
confusing.
if you've not done it, take
Finger down.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you've not done it, take finger down. So
Yeah.
you said never have I ever ridden a bike.
Yeah.
Learn how to ride a bike.
Yeah. So I have never. So
Yeah, I've learned how
you
to
haven't
ride a
either.
bike.
You have.
I
Oh
need
my
to
God.
learn. Like I even told my daddy to buy me a bicycle.
Really? I've never. I mean, I just never did it. Never did it. Like it just wasn't on my list of things to do, so I just never did it. You know.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I kind of. Yeah.
No, what were you gonna say?
I'm gonna say it's a regret, kind of, because I like it. It would be nice to know, like going to the park riding a bike. That sounds fun, right? Yeah. You tell us, what's it like?
I was going to say that I actually learned from my neighborhood. So obviously, obviously the other kids, we'd always come together. And obviously they would all be riding their bikes. And I was there like, yeah, we can't do that. I have my bike with the stabilizers, but I didn't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when everyone literally was just telling me to balance. They were going to hold me from behind. So I literally got those lessons from them. And yeah, that's how we got to learn how
That's
to ride
so
a bike.
cute. I remember, like, I did go to one of my old best friend's houses, like when I was in like primary school. And she had a bike in the backyard, and I was on the thing. I was like, okay, guys, I'm gonna learn how to ride a bike today. This, that, but I didn't do it. Okay, who was it? Who was it?
Okay, shall I say, never have I ever pranked someone.
Oh, I've 100% pranked someone before.
I have pranked someone.
Yeah?
It was a cringy attempt to prank
Really?
someone. Yeah.
What was it? Do you want to say it?
No,
You don't have to,
I'm
yeah.
gonna try.
But if the finger's supposed to be, you never did it, or did you do it?
The thing, okay, you know what I'm realizing? I think the fingers are meant to stay up if you never did it. But you know what? We can play our own version,
Yeah.
right?
If it
Yeah.
never-
Down
if
if
it
you
never
did it.
happened, if it never
Yeah.
happened, then I would just do it like this.
Yeah, if it never
Okay.
happened, just put it down.
And then, so for me, I
I'm
did.
so confused.
Wait.
Should we just
could
verbally
just-
say
We
it?
could just not do that.
We have.
Okay, if you have done it, finger down. If you haven't,
Okay,
keep it
okay.
up. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayman. You know what? Let's play that version. It'll make it easier. Yeah. So go on.
Oh wait, so yeah, I think I just attempted to prank someone. I think, what did I even do again? I'm trying to remember. It was like through text. Oh, okay, I remember now. So basically, you know how everyone makes those like course group chats and everything. So obviously, I was in my Spanish one.
Yeah.
I was in my Spanish group chat, and obviously, like, you know, I put the text in font to say like you have been removed from this group in italics, and I was able to send that so it looks
Oh
like it was
my
the official
God.
WhatsApp message, and everyone who got it was like, "Oh my God, what's this?" And I'm like, "Whoops, April Fool's Day, guys." Yeah, that was like my cringy prank attempt, but yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
just felt like I had to do that.
Oh, that's actually really funny. I love that.
Yeah.
Have you never pranked anyone? Okay, Mesh.
I'm like such an innocent person.
Aw.
No, actually, I'm very shy. Like, I don't even like ordering anything online. Like,
Yeah.
do phone calls. So I learned on pranking someone. And even if I did, yeah, it would be a very terrible one to the point that I would never like come out of my house out of embarrassment.
Really? I feel like you'll be doing more like, I don't know, because I just feel like your vibe is so horror-y. Like, you'd probably do like a horror kind of prank. Like, I can imagine like going in a room and the Mesh is just there, like, guys, did you see that? And then, like, things like that. Shall I tell you about like my pranks? So my pranks I'll do it based on my sister. Me and my sister used to prank each other quite a bit when we were younger. I'll tell you two. So I'll start off with like this. Okay, so basically, you know when you're a kid, right, and you just do magic potions and like things like that, right? So you know how you just had water and you touch water, you turn into a mermaid, right? So me and my sister, we did like a little potion together overnight where we like mixed a few things together.
Was it just like literally random stuff you got?
We actually watched the YouTube video. At the time, we didn't know music was haram, magic was haram, right? So we kind of just like we just googled YouTube videos and like let's do a magic spell and become mermaids. So like we followed the instructions, and then I think the next day, right? I was the tester person, so I drank it, right? Second I drank it, I kind of just like just tilted myself over. My poor, lovely, amazing little sister. She had no time to look at my actual, me actually, right, to see if I transformed or not. But in her head, she thought when I was falling over that I was actually like I'd become a mermaid. You know what I mean? That was like it was like a in the moment kind of like prank. So it was really funny at the time because it was like, babes, I'm not actually a mermaid and stuff like that. But my other one, it was I can't remember the exact details, but it was basically me and my sister the night before we had a fight. We were like. There was a little bit of cereal left, right, and we both liked the cereal, so it was like and she was like to me, Khadijah, you better not eat the cereal in the morning, you better not finish it, I'm gonna have some. And I was like, don't worry, like I'll leave you some. So the next day basically when I came down, right, I took half my cereal and then I decided to hide it from her. I put like one singular cereal in the packet. One singular one, and then I hid the rest of it. And she came downstairs, poor little baby, she picked it up, right, saw one single one and started crying. Oh no. And she was like crying like, yeah, my cereal. But yeah, guys, that was my 2 pranks that I did.
That's like a normal thing.
Yeah, like I feel bad now I'm older. Like she was proper crying about it, but it's okay. You got cereal at home now.
Nice surprise to see there at the time.
Yeah, exactly. Mom, do you have one?
Yeah, I think I managed to think of one. So
okay.
Never have I ever fallen in public. Never have I ever fallen down in public.
I definitely have, right? Yeah. Mine was like a really silly fall. I was actually just walking in circles around this table because I was bored, and I just stopped, and then because you're so dizzy, I just fell over on the floor. In primary school, yeah.
I mean, I
exactly.
Many times. I remember like when I was with my sister, and like we were just like walking, and I tripped it, isn't it? Because I didn't see that there was like that. You know, like when you go on the board.
Oh yeah.
So basically, I fell, and my sister looked back at me. She's like, I don't know. I was like, you know, like at some point, I'm like going to like leave her alone.
Aww.
I was like, forget it. If I do that, she's gonna really get me in trouble.
And this doesn't count as a fall, but I did something really embarrassing once. You know, with IT cards, and you scan them open, and the doors are meant to open for you. So me, basically, I was so hooked into my conversation. I walked in, right, and I like scanned my card, but I never noticed that the doors didn't open, and I thought right into like the doors. My teacher was over there having a conversation. My other teacher was over there, and all you heard was like a little loud bang and ow, and like a person falling, basically me. Yeah, that was a high, like one of my most embarrassing moments like ever. But yeah, oh, it's my turn again.
Ooh, go for it.
Yeah, let me look up on my little list. I have never ever tried fishing.
Not done it.
You haven't done it?
Leave it up then.
Yeah. Okay. There's a funny story then.
Just say, never done it.
Yeah.
Possibly want to do it.
I used to want to do it so badly when I was a kid. Like I used to go to Pakistan, and then we would literally be like, yeah, we're gonna do fishing, but we never ended up ever doing it. Now I don't know if I want. I don't really want to do it anymore. So, yeah.
Never have I ever lied on my resume or CV.
I actually haven't. Have you?
You don't know. I remember like I made my whole CV and I showed it to my mom. And she was like giving me that side eye. She started laughing like confident communication skills.
That's so funny.
Oh, I have to pick. Okay. Never have I ever told an absolute fib when you were talking to your friends or when you're talking to a stranger? Same thing, but
Oh, I don't think. Okay,
it's
wait.
like maybe you said an opinion that you're like, yeah, this looks really nice, but in your head you're like, no, this does not.
I probably
nice.
have. I probably
Yeah,
have.
I mean,
And most
that.
likely I have.
Yeah.
I remember I used to lie about having a pet when I was younger, but it was more like a prank than like a fib, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I think for me, I remember in secondary school, you know, when like the iPhone 7 was the newest phone. I think I don't know why, but for some reason I was like, oh yeah, my dad got me an iPhone 7. It's coming tomorrow. And I was like, oh my god, you got an iPhone 7. I was like, yeah, I did. And then people were really giving me their numbers. I was like, okay, yeah, you have to show me the picture of your iPhone 7. I was like, yeah, of course I will. But I think it was lucky the next day everyone just forgot about it. I don't even know why I thought to say that.
You know what? I think I had the same thing, but I never said iPhone 7. I just told everyone, oh my god, yeah, guys, I have a phone. Like, I think it just happened in the moment, and then I had to kind of like keep it up. But yeah, and everyone was giving me their numbers and then confused on why I was never texting them. But yeah. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
never.
actually searched up my number.
Yeah. Never have I ever tried a crazy hair color.
Ooh,
I've only ever done blonde.
Really?
Well, like only the
Yeah.
front parts blonde. Yeah. What do you guys want to ever try a fancy color? A funky color?
If I want to like do my hair, then it's gonna be a very dark color. Like I don't think I can ever go for like light type of thing. You know, okay, call me crazy. I didn't want to do that. You know, what's it called? Rose gold.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's it called. Is it
Rose gold, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do that hair, but I'm like, I don't know if it will look good on me.
Oh, I'm trying to imagine it. We could use one of those like picture things and kind of see you in that kind of hair. I don't know, for me, I really want to have purple. Like that's been my. Although to be honest, I think I'm kind of over dyeing my hair. Like I really wanted to do in year 7. I waited so many years to finally get it done. And I did it blonde. I really want to do purple, but I think now I kind of like my hair like it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to have, but I want to dye it just for the sake of dyeing it because I wanted to dye it for so long. I might as well kind of vibe, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think I've never dyed my hair before. I think that when I was younger, I did always imagine, like, you know, dyeing your hair, doing the highlights and everything. But I think now I'm just a bit like, nah, I don't like my hair.
Yeah. I feel like there's nothing now we're older, more natural things are like trending. When we were younger, it was more like dyed hair or like having like proper, like the makeup styles that were very heavy too. Everything now is more natural. So yeah. Meshy?
I'm like looking into it.
That's fine.
Never have I ever held a grudge longer than a year.
I don't think I have.
I mean, holding one for like 6 years now.
6 years.
I'm sorry, like, not like I said, I do have like an issue with my ex-best friend.
Oh
And
yeah.
I feel like I just talked to my mom yesterday. And I'm like, I think I'll feel a bit better if I just say it at her face how much I hate her.
Yeah.
I get you. Just want that closure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have a grudge. I do sometimes have like is it considered a grudge if you're just like you're just annoyed at someone still?
I think that's kind of, you know, when you have flashbacks to
Yeah.
that moment, sometimes you're a bit like, maybe I should have done this, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just moments like that where I'm like, oh, like that happened. I should have done this, that. But I like to let things go. Or if something happens, I just want to talk to the person straight away because I just rather it be out in the open and with like have a conversation and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think I've recently started like voicing when I'm annoyed. I think normally I'm always just like, nah, I'm gonna get over it. I'm not gonna stress because you know you don't want to have to actually confront people.
Exactly.
That's why I normally just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get over it. Because you know they do something to annoy you, then after that they're like nice, and then I'm like, oh, okay, they're good, and then you just leave it at that. But I feel like, I think now I've kind of just started getting into the habit of like voicing it out. And I think it's just better to
That's
do
good.
that.
That's a good clap because that's a big step. Yeah.
I'll do my never have I ever then. Never have I ever laughed so hard I spit out my drink.
I feel like I have. I feel like I have.
This moment, like, you know, when someone says funny and you drink it, but it comes out your mouth.
Yeah, that means I've had that once.
That works because I feel like people have said they've experienced that, but I don't know how it works.
I think it's like when you're really, really laughing, something probably opens up there and it probably just goes up.
It's the worst when it's like fizzy.
I
think
think
that hurts my nose more than anything.
Yeah, you can just imagine it. Okay. Never have I ever learnt to juggle more than 3 or more things. Learn to juggle 3 or more
Juggle.
things.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did try.
Yeah, I did 2, and then I could never do a third, and I still can't.
Yes, I've just done 2. Like, you do that.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Double
I
it.
genuinely thought I was
Yeah.
juggling. I was like, oh my god, I'm so cool. I can juggle. And then I realized the real
Yeah.
challenge is when it's 3. That's when it's an actual thing.
So if you're just doing 2, it's just like you're just throwing stuff.
Exactly, just throwing it from one hand to the other. Like, it's not cool. But yeah.
Never had I ever like burnt food, or when I was baking, like or generally just food.
I feel like I must
Like
have.
on fire, basically.
Oh, I have.
Fire, not
Yeah. Oh, not a
fire.
fire, but I have
The
bad
burnt
things.
stuff,
Yeah.
Even like plates and bowls, because you wouldn't know,
Oh,
because I
yeah.
you're melting chocolate or something, then it's just like,
Yeah.
you just smell burning. You see, like, it's just melting. I'm like, oh my god, I've never seen a plate like this before. But yeah, I've had those
Oh,
moments.
that's
I'm very
interesting.
bad at making all the time red or like something just looks red at the very end. Like I remember, like I did make it like a nice, lovely cake, isn't it? Like when I took it out of the oven, the middle part was gone. Like a melted. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fair
it made
enough.
it taste delicious though.
Good. I feel like baking is all about the taste. Sometimes they don't look edible, but they taste amazing still.
No, actually, no. Basically, my auntie, like every year, she used to get like cake, isn't it? And like it used to be very nice, and the macaroons.
Aww.
I used to love the macaroons. So me and my sister like went to this shop to get macaroons. I ate it. I'm like, that's so disgusting.
Really?
I guess just because other shops do it well doesn't mean every other shops will do the same taste. So yeah, that's fine.
Fair enough. I had the Costco brownies. I absolutely love them so much. But then like their brownies are so like different to like other brownies. So I thought I was obsessed with brownies. But I tried another brownie from somewhere else. I don't know taste that good. But yeah. Oh, it's your turn.
Oh, yeah. Okay, my one is never have I ever broken a bone.
Oh, I actually have never. Oh, yeah.
Like for leg and ankle.
Anyway, oh.
Basically, I was a Pakistani and my cousin pushed me.
Oh, no.
And yeah, it was like very painful.
He must have been so scared.
And I think
Yeah.
after that, I remember that I never like wanted to climb a ladder ever again after that.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. That must be so scary, both for you.
Yeah.
And then he must have felt the panic when he started crying and your arm was
'cause I just wanted to
wiggly.
have fun, and then-
Exactly. That's so bad. Oh my god. Is it your turn?
I've done mine.
Oh, it is
so
my
yeah.
turn. Yeah. Okay. Never have I ever watched a meteor shower.
I mean,
Isn't that like
actually, yeah,
you've
I've
seen
it.
one?
Yeah, I'm not a meteor shower, but I've seen like 2 shooting stars.
That's
so
so
I don't know if that
cool.
counts as
We'll
one
count
or
that.
not.
We'll count
Yeah,
that.
we'll take it.
That's so pretty. Imagine have you.
Unfortunately, no.
No, I know. I think I
wanted
was
to
on my
see
goal
one,
list.
but damn.
Alongside the Northern Lights, I really want to see like
yeah.
shooting stars.
I
Like,
think, yeah.
yeah.
Did you want to finish what you were gonna
Yeah,
say?
when I was like, there's a cartoon, right? And at the beginning of the cartoon I used to watch, there used to be shooting stars. And then the shooting star would like kind of like shot down, and then they were like, it was like a magical girl anime kind of thing. So it was like a cute little monster things. Like, and since then I've been obsessed with shooting stars because I always just saw them. I was like, wow, like as a kid, you naturally something magical can happen. So I was really hoping one day I would look outside and I'll see shooting stars and they will come towards me and I'll have like a little animal thing of myself. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I think I've always wanted to see fireflies. Like, you know, when you see them on shows or
Yeah.
pictures, and I'm like, I want to see fireflies. I feel like the display would just be incredible.
That's actually so pretty. Like, yeah, top few things I want to
in the
see.
mental bucket list.
Yes, exactly.
I can't think of anything now.
Oh, that's fine. Do you have any?
I'll try to think of one on the spot. Never have I ever done the performance. Like, you know, either singing, dance. Never have I ever performed in front of anyone. Or
I
so.
have.
Ooh, what did
Yeah.
you do?
So basically, I used to like sing properly, like but then like I had like a whole throat thing, so I stopped. But before that, I did have a performance, which was like a showcase and stuff. So that was my like performance. And I used to also like in religious events, like she's the art. So I guess, and I did talks as well. So I guess those count, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. does.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think I did one as well. Like when I was younger, I always did attend those street dance classes, like
Really?
I said.
Oh,
So
yeah,
then,
yeah,
by
yeah.
the end, we did have some showcase and everything. And it was
Aw.
such a small world because one guy from my secondary school was there. And then to annoy me, he just kept on singing the song that I performed to. Like every time we were
Really?
in classes and stuff, he'll just start singing the song and I'm there like, okay, yeah, we get it. You saw me perform, move on. It's new day.
Fair enough. Obviously, you must have really liked it for you to like. Never have I ever been in a hot air balloon.
Oh, no.
No.
That would be fun though.
Yeah. I really, in Turkey, you always see this like when you see like Turkey, you imagine these hot air balloons like
5 a.m. you see like all of those displays and stuff.
exactly. I really want to go. I feel like the world would look totally different up there in the air. Like in a hot air balloon, like a helicopter, you kind of imagine it. Yeah, airplane, you kind of can know. Hot air balloon is just unique.
Yeah, I think there's those places where it's like you get to do a dinner experience in the hot air balloon. I feel like I've seen that on TikTok sometime. I can't
Oh, that's
remember.
so sick.
Yeah,
That's
they don't
so
fly.
cute.
It's just like you're just there and you're just eating dinner. But I feel like that would still be cool though.
I think that'd be pretty cool. Like Billy and Molly. I don't know if you guys ever watched that TV show. They had
I watched it a bit, but like I was mainly the BBC, Disney
Oh.
Channel. I was more on those ends.
Fair enough. Remember they had like a hot air balloon episode, and that made me very like, whoa, hot air balloon.
I think for me, I want to do skydiving. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
skydiving, abseiling, all of this stuff. I feel like I want to do, especially like massive swing.
Yeah. I did that once, but it wasn't the biggest one ever. But it was like for my age at the time. So yeah, that's good. I don't think I like extreme sports basically. Yeah, I feel like I used to be into them, but I'm getting more. I don't know. As I grew older, I feel like I just don't like flying around and swinging around and stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But I think definitely on the bucket list.
I know this is off topic, but would you guys say you're like an adrenaline person? Like, do you like doing like roller coaster rides, abseiling, that kind
Yeah,
of? Would you want to be that person, or are you just a bit like, I just want to stay on the ground? That's it.
Okay, I feel like 50-50 because it depends on my mood. But I just feel like as I got older, my adrenaline rush back. Like I don't think I like this stuff anymore as much, but I would like to experience stuff still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I get all my not adrenaline rushes, but my like intense things from like books and like movies and series now. That's enough emotion for me.
I want to go skiing.
I want to go skiing. That'd be so pretty. Imagine like in a white mountain. Yeah.
I feel like I just would want to go on the cable cars and just
Oh,
enjoy the view.
Have you been to the O2 Greenwich
Oh,
one?
yeah.
I went when they had construction stuff going on underneath, so like my view wasn't like the best. But where did you guys go? Was it like a nice view and stuff?
Yeah, it was. I think, like you said, it was the construction, and obviously, lots of people say it is nicer at night time. So that's obviously I'm just going by that.
It actually looks like Dubai at night. Like,
Really?
nice,
Guys, let's go one day. Like just go other side, see what it's like.
Gardens as well, because I think again
Oh.
people say nighttime.
It's very pretty. I went in night times and I did not have a good experience because it was a really crazy thing. But we've only got 2 minutes, so I will like share that story like another time.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to close because
Yeah.
it's our first time closing the show.
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for listening across all of our social media. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube page, WFM UK. Have a great day, and until next time, this has been Mariam, your newest member of Naiza.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yay.
Okay, see you guys next week, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Bye.